this is another free pattern, and the yarn is Mandala Baby. Mandala Baby. There's grays. Started on the gray side, realized the form of the daughter that I'm making this for, it just would not work. So far, this is where we're at. And it's going to be a shawl sweater. Because it's so nice and wide open, she is going to love the colors. My husband... Hello again. Today we're going to talk about some finished projects. First, we're going to talk about my shawl cardigan for my middle daughter. Her favorite colors are pink and purple. I happened to see this amazingly perfect yarn for her on Facebook Marketplace. I have briefly mentioned this amazing score before. The person selling was destashing. She had paid a whole $2 at Walmart for this yarn. I think she was just looking to get the same back. I had been wanting to try out quite a few of the yarns that she had up for grabs. We got quite a few of what she had out there. All yarns I've not had the pleasure of trying before, which really just opens up my experience more. Anyhow, the main yarn we were talking about was one skein of Lion Brand Mandala Baby in the colorway of Dream World. This is a 3 light DK. The length is 590 yards or 540 meters. The weight of 5.3 ounces or 150 grams. Fiber, acrylic. Needle size, 3.75 millimeters for the knitting and 5 millimeters for the crochet. This yarn is made up of bright pink to a light pink, hints of purple leaning into the pinks, white, and gray. This yarn was made for my girl. The moment I finally got it in my hands and seeing her eyes light up, it was set. The next part was picking out the right pattern. I looked on Pinterest for some ideas for free patterns. I have a big stack of crafty magazines that my mom and grandmother had collected over the years, so if I wasn't able to find anything, I was going to check those. I did find a pattern. I fell in love with it. It was well suited for the yarn and the size of the girl I was making it for. The pattern is called It's Shawl Good. The children's sizes are free, and there's a paid version for the adult sizes. I'll probably have to get it myself, the adult version, to give the creator some support for making a great pattern. She even has step-by-step video that goes with the pattern in case you get lost. That alone is very helpful. This project is my 4th wearable make, but only my 2nd wearable pattern, so some parts are a bit tricky for me yet. The creator is Alicia from Kansas. Her website is called hearthookhome.com. I would highly recommend this pattern. However, one thing to keep in mind is that most people find it a bit challenging just from reading the comments. Biggest tip to count is to count each row. Don't go get all excited thinking that this pattern's easy. It is, and it isn't. The count is very vital to your success. I started this off with a good old center pole. With this ball, the center was mostly gray. I got almost to the middle of the pattern, and it wasn't changing. I had to frog it and start an outside pole for a more colorful side. I knew my girl. She didn't want mostly gray, so I restarted it and ended up with some really nice color changing. The arms ended up being mostly gray, but that isn't an issue. The yarn was really nice to work with. I used a 6mm hook, which is rather large compared to what I normally use. The yarn was smooth and soft. I would for sure work with it again on another project. In fact, I'm hoping to find a project that needs to be made with Mandala Baby. I do think she might like the colorway of unicorn. My youngest has finally decided what colors she loves. At Christmas, I made her a cute granny square shrug in baby pastel yarn. She hates it, won't wear it. She loves that I made it, but hates the colors. She has chosen red. Red, dark, broody red is her color. She is the sunniest little sweetheart, but she likes the most intense red she can find. She's adopted a ball of red yarn that I'm not allowed to make anything with. It's hers. So after she saw her sisters, little Tiny wanted one made for her with red. So now I have to make her one in red and black. I tried to get her to go with softer reds and other colors like but red and black is what she wants. So I have another one started. It's smaller and I know the pattern now, so it should be done quick. So I worked on this project while my girl was at school and sometimes when she was in bed while I was watching TV. It didn't take too long. The hardest part was keeping count and the armholes. However, having the video available, I was able to get through it with very little frogging. I was able to give it to her for Easter and she has been wearing it non-stop. Every outfit is picked with the cardigan in mind to wear over everything. The colors and the feel of the yarn have been a huge winner for her. Very glad. She loves it. Next up, these little Pokemon type balls. I found a few different channels with videos on how to make them. I made 3 of them, 3 characters, mostly because I have 3 kids and I only had so much time. Mostly got the patterns from Amigu World and Amnivu Studio, probably mispronouncing those. Piplup, the penguin looking one, came from Amigu World. I used some of my scrap yarns out of my scrap bins. The hardest part is putting on all the tiny pieces on the right spots. I'm not crazy about the eyes. The Pikachu looking one is a mixture of 2 patterns and I just took pieces from both to make my own version. The zigzag tail was very interesting to make. Charmander, I had to make him because of his tail. I needed to know how to make the flames and I got him from Amigu World. Six, we're ready for Easter morning. I underestimated my sewing skills. I stayed up all night before Easter getting them done. They look super easy and quick, and I found them to be kind of tricky. I'm not very satisfied with the end result. They are okay, but nothing that I'm really excited about. With more practice, they shouldn't be so weird looking. Thank you for watching and catching up with my finished projects.